besties, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm B. Let me see if I can tone the sun down a little bit. I would be happy about the bright sunshine if it didn't mean that the sun is preparing to set soon-ish, which I know that it is, even though it's still afternoon, which I will never be happy about. But I do love the holiday cozy vibes that I've been feeling lately, and to me, that just means I want to read even more than I usually do. So I thought it'd be the perfect time to do another ultimate book video, which I have done before in the past, and it was so much fun. Basically, we're just going to be doing a bunch of fun book stuff, including reading the books that I am currently reading and getting through them, and seeing if maybe we can get closer to finishing my Goodreads reading challenge, because the end of the year is coming up in over a month, and according to Goodreads, I'm behind. But I also, maybe it's delusional, I don't know, but I feel like I can finish the goal by the end of the year. So we shall see. We are going to get through my current reads. I'm also, when I come back, going to continue reading the books that I'm currently reading and start a new book, hopefully. I did get some exciting new books to add to my TBR and the options that we have for reading in this vlog and in the upcoming month. So I'm going to let B from this morning show you the books. I got my book of the month box, and I'm going to show you guys the books that I picked. Starting with the first one, which is Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, who's the author of First Time Caller, and I've heard so many good things about that book. But this one is a holiday romance, and I'm so excited to read it and kick off the holiday vibes and the holiday spirit. Look how gorgeous this cover is. Like, that is absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed. It sounds really good. It's romance with a twist because it's like a Ghost of Christmas Past kind of story where the guy spends every holiday haunting people, except this holiday he gets assigned an assignment like no other, which is her, and she's very sweet. She's a good person, a people pleaser, so she doesn't know why she's being haunted. And it says they begin to examine her past and discover there are threads that bind them together. I'm so excited to read this. And then I grabbed Best Offer Wins. This one sounds so juicy. An insanely competitive housing market, a desperate buyer on the edge, Marissa Kashina's darkly hilarious debut novel asks, how far would you go for the house of your dreams? First and foremost, I love reading debut novels because I love discovering new authors. And way to start off with a bang. This sounds so interesting. It sounds like it's going to be messy, competitive, and I love reading a main character that is slightly flawed, and I feel like that's what we're going to get with this one. So I'm very, very, very excited to read this. I feel like these are great for the TBR because this one's giving Christmas, holiday, but then this one is giving winter because I love reading thrillers and fast-paced novels in the winter because it's super cozy. And like I said, these are both from Book of the Month, who is our lovely sponsor of today's video. If you don't know how it works, they curate a lineup every month and you pick the ones that you want. So I picked these. They're new releases, hardback, and if you're ever not into the selections, you can literally skip the month and not get charged. Also, this surprised me. If you get a book and don't like it, they replace it for free in your next box. This is a part of their reader's guarantee. And since it's December, this actually makes a really good gift for anyone in your life who loves to read or who wants to get into reading maybe, so that they don't have to research the book and can get carefully selected good choices sent right to their door. They've got different plans you can give through email, printed card, or a physical gift card, and every holiday gift comes with a free hat. Like, is this not so cute? Obsessed. If you guys want to try it for yourself, go to bookofthemonth.com and you can use the code HOLLY for your first book for $5 plus a free hat. A huge thank you to Book of the Month for sponsoring today's video. Back onto the book shopping. I also want to go book shopping because, and I don't know if I necessarily want to buy books, but I am going to do the whole book browsing, looking at the books that they have. I want to see holiday themed books that they have, and also the main reason that I decided to go today is because I go to Indigo. I love Indigo so much. They have the cutest bookish merch in existence. And I know they dropped holiday themed things, so I really want to check it out because it's the time of the year where I start to buy Christmas gifts for people, and I want to see everything that they have so that I can make a note and a list of things that I want to get for other people. And I'll probably actually end up getting them on sale like Black Friday to save money, but I just wanted to see them at least right now first to get a better idea of what I want to get for people. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go book shopping now. I was going to listen to my audiobook on the drive over to the bookstore because it's a bit of a drive for me, and I have 1 hour left in my book, When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord. I'll share my thoughts at the end, but Emma Lord wrote Tweet Cute, which is one of my all-time favorite young adult romances. It is so good. I recommend it to so many different people and they've all loved it. It's just so cute. So I'm excited to be reading When You Get the Chance by her. It's basically like Mamma Mia, except instead of looking for her dad, she's looking for her mom, and she's a theater kid, so you've got a lot of theater references in it. It's just so fun. I have 1 hour left. The whole fallout climax has happened. It's now kind of the resolution. I don't know how the resolution is 1 hour left left in this audiobook, because right now we're just wrapping everything up nicely in a bow, but it has been a chaotic, hectic plot. Just as crazy as you'd expect for it being comp to Mamma Mia. So anyway, I'm not gonna listen to that while I'm driving. I think I want to do that tonight while like crocheting and doing something cozy or coloring. I have been listening to it a lot while coloring. So I'm just gonna listen to music. We're gonna go to the bookstore, check out the stuff that they have, and then come back home and continue the fun bookish stuff. And I'm so glad you guys are coming along with me. Okay, I love the housemaid, but Sydney Sweeney as Nina makes no sense to me. Like, it's not just how she looks, the vibe, like, it just doesn't give. She's written so many books that she literally takes up 4 shelves. That's crazy. Okay, we're back inside. Very short trip because, like I said, I don't want to actually buy any books. I have so many books on my physical TBR that I own that I'm excited to read, so it doesn't make sense for me to buy a new book. And I also have my Kindle, which I've been reading a lot of books on. But, oh my gosh, you guys, if I could do a shopping spree anywhere, and I've thought about this a lot because there are a lot of stores that I love, it would be Indigo. It would be Indigo. I would literally grab everything that I can. Everything's just so cute, and I want it all. I want it all. Like, in the future, like, my future house is gonna be decked out in just the cutest decor, but a lot of it is so expensive. So definitely is like a treat yourself kind of thing if I were to get stuff like that. But so many gift ideas for people. I'm so glad that I took stock of the inventory. There's just lots of cute stuff. It's just such a great gift idea, honestly. So I'm gonna go home, make some sort of beverage. I wanted to do a coffee, but it is like, I think 3:34-ish, which like, it doesn't bother me that much, but I'm gonna make some sort of cozy cute drink, maybe a hot chocolate, which is usually I reserve hot chocolate for after dinner. We'll see. I'm gonna make some sort of beverage and get into my reading because being surrounded by books just makes me want to read so much. And right, I am still partaking in the challenge to write a book in a month, so I do have to get some words in today. So I'm gonna do writing sprints where I read for a certain amount of time and then write for a certain amount of time and go back and forth between the two of those. I love doing that so much because I'm doing my 2 favorite things and it's super productive, and then I can have a productive period before dinner, and then after dinner it's my relaxation time. We're gonna crochet or color and listen to an audiobook and then read some more. I love the sound of that. I'm home and I immediately need to be cozy, so I'm going to change. Let's try a transition. Ready? I know that definitely didn't work because I moved my camera, but let's make a drink, clean your room while listening to audiobook, and then write. For my reading break, the book that I'm specifically reading while I'm writing is Problematic Summer Romance for right now because it matches the vibes of my book a lot. It takes place in the summer. This one is in Italy. She's going to a destination wedding for her brother's wedding, and her brother is Eli, who is the main character in Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. So that followed Eli and Rue's story, and then this one she wrote because fans wanted to get Maya's story. Maya is Eli's younger sister, so this one follows Maya's story, but it's a destination wedding for Eli and Rue in Italy, whereas mine's like a small town. It's like the settings are very different, but just the sense that it's like vacation, summer, and also that it's a rom-com, so funny romance. So it's like very much matches the vibe of my story. So that's what I'm reading while I write. So I'm not trying to fly through this, which is why I'm not including it in my like free time reading options. But I'm really liking this book so far. It's an age gap romance. I think he's like 20-ish years older than her. Listen, I know some people probably wouldn't want to read about that. This doesn't bother me at all. She does it in a way that is just so good. And I love that it's set in Italy because Italy is my top, like, I need to go to Italy soon destination. And she describes so many things in details, the food, different landmarks that they're seeing. I'm like, take me to Italy. It just sounds amazing. So for now, I'll take visiting it through this book. I'll take it until I can go. But how far into this am I? 44%? I didn't think I read that much. Wow, that's pretty good. It's funny, I know my camera's gonna adjust the lighting, but I put my font down. Usually it's at this size because I was getting my hair braided yesterday and I was like, this is not the kind of book that someone needs to be reading over my shoulder. Like, we're 44% in, there was no spice or anything, but like just some things that she says, I'm like, let's not have anyone read this if they don't understand. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna take a 10-minute break to read this and then keep writing, and then I think I'm just gonna be done the writing for tonight because I'm gonna eat. Dessert is my favorite meal of the day. My mom and I saw this like reel where they made these puff puffs and we were like, we want to try making them, and then my mom surprised me by making them tonight. They're so good. It's like doughy. It's like crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, doughy but sweet. And it's made with yogurt, which is so interesting, but these are so good. And I'm gonna have like 5 million while I'm eating, since I can't crochet while eating. I'm gonna continue. God, I don't know what is wrong with me, but movies don't hold my attention the way that they used to. I think it's the issue with TikTok and how it shortens attention span, and it's really bad, and it's something that I'm aware of and conscious of and I really hate, and I know I can fix it, so I'm trying. I'm really going on TikTok way less, and like when I do, I'm trying not to speed videos up to 2 times speed, but like, I don't know, the solution might not be to just do any of that, but just to like force myself to focus on a movie, and like, yeah, I don't know. But then again, I've always been the kind of person where I have to watch like an action movie. That's why I love Marvel movies, I love action movies, I love mystery thrillers. Like Knives Out is probably one of my favorite movies of all time because it's so gripping and there's rarely a slow part. And you know, like, I write romance is the genre I read the most, but romance movies I don't watch very often, I think because they usually tend to lack that factor, which is so interesting to me. I don't know what it is, but lately I have been watching more romance movies and I'm like, girl, where have you been? They're so good. Like, I mean, I have my select few favorites from like all time, like The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and what's that guy's name? I'm drawing a blank. Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, so good. But recently I watched, it was a fall movie, I forget what it's called. I'll put it on the screen. Serena recommended it to me. She loves movies so much. And I was like, I miss this feeling of just watching something and not needing it to have action every 5 seconds. But anyway, that being said, I have like 4 movies that I started in the past week that I haven't finished. So now I have a couple options for which one of them to finish. There's See You on Venus that I watched on Netflix, not just because my name's in it, but I saw someone recommend it and they're like, it's a tearjerker, but it's really good. I don't usually like watching sad things. Reading books, movies, all of that is my escape usually, but it was really touching. I'm like 3/4 of the way through it and I've already like cried so much. It's just so good. It's good. It's not like the acting isn't like, it's not like blockbuster, but it's really like the storyline is really good. It's cute, I'll say that. So I do want to finish up, but I think tonight I want to watch Now You See Me 2 because I've seen Now You See Me and Now You See Me 2, but with the 3rd movie coming out, I really want to rewatch. And I watched Now You See Me last night. Ugh, so good. Like, forgot how juicy it is. It's also refreshing that I can forget plot twists because then it can hit me and I can be like re-surprised by it because the plot twist at the end, so good. So I think I want to watch the sequel to that so that I can watch the 3rd movie. Zootopia 2 is also coming out soon. Zootopia is my favorite Disney movie of all time, so I'm very excited about that. But I'm gonna wait to watch rewatch Zootopia for like the 10,000th time in my life to be a little bit closer to when it comes out and when I can actually see it. It's the other movie I started but didn't finish, My Oxford Year on Netflix. Yeah, I have options, but I'm gonna go with Now You See Me 2. I'm gonna watch that and then end off the night with a reading session, which is like my favorite thing. It's such a zen way to end the night. And I'm gonna continue working on my bag. My hands are greasy, so I can't touch it, but it's at the point where I'm gonna start adding the straps. So I'm gonna start crocheting the straps. And like I mentioned in previous vlogs, we'll see if this bag is usable. I'll just be happy when it's done. And then I can choose my next crochet project. Slay. Good morning! Reading update, we've started a new book because I finished the audiobook of When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord, which I ended up liking a lot more than I thought I would. I did read Tweet Cute by Emma Lord and I rated that a 5 stars, so I did have high expectations for another Emma Lord book, but when I first read the particular premise of this book, it didn't like intrigue me super much where I was like, oh my gosh, I need to read that book. Like, I'm not the hugest Mamma Mia fan. I know, crazy. Unpopular opinion, I liked Mamma Mia 2 more than Mamma Mia the first one. I just found it kind of boring. But this book was not boring. It was actually really entertaining. Like, a non-spoiler of the plot, she finds her dad's like old diary, and from that diary finds potential candidates of who could be her mom and inserts herself into all of their lives, and we're following her journey of like trying to figure out who her mom is. Not gonna lie, I did figure out who her mom was really early on. I don't know if that's because I was being like hyper analytical of it, but it didn't take away from my experience of the book. Like, I did figure out who she was early on, but that's okay. If anything, I was just like satisfied and smug when I found out. I was like, I knew it. And the romance was so cute. It felt more of a subplot in this book though, which surprised me. Like, the driving force of the story was definitely her finding her mom, but the romance was so cute. And I think I would rate this a 4 stars. I wouldn't rate it a 5 because nothing about it feels like a 5-star read to me where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna stick with me, or like I'm gonna be recommending to everyone like, you need to read this, you need to read this. Like, it just doesn't have that 5-star feel for me, but it's so cute. It's a light, fluffy, heartfelt romance, and I now officially want to read every book that Emma Lord writes because that was so cute. That being said, because that was a romance and I know my next book, I want it to be Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, the one I got from Book of the Month, because it's a holiday romance and I feel like it's a perfect vibe for right now. I do want to break up the romance and read something else in between, so I decided to read Killjoy because I love mystery thrillers so much. There is no other genre that will make me feel as engrossed in a book where I'm literally like reading it, staying up to read it, etc. So I decided to pick up Killjoy by Holly Jackson. This is a prequel novella to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. That is like my favorite murder mystery series of all times, and Pip from that series is arguably one of my favorite main characters of all times, and we are back in her head in this book. This is kind of where her murder mystery days starts. It's during a murder mystery party that her friend throws, and we're following her solving the crime at the murder mystery party while also linking it to a true crime happening in real time in this timeline. I'm very early into it, but something I love about Holly Jackson's books is that she gets right into it, so very excited. Okay, I just wanted to point out that I love when books have extra visual elements like this. Like, anytime they get a clue or anything like that, we can see it, and I just love when books do that. I forgot that she did this with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder as well. I'm like 40-ish pages in, and so far, I'm loving this. Like, it feels like I'm literally a part of this murder mystery party with them because we are finding things out as the reader as we go along at the same time as everyone else. We're not a step ahead, and it's super detailed. Like, the person hosting this party came up with characters for all of his friends to play with specific information that ties into the murder mystery, and the person who was murdered is connected to all of them, and he's also super rich, so it's giving like Knives Out Inheritance Games vibes, which I absolutely love. And it's funny that I mentioned Knives Out because this book literally is giving Knives Out vibes completely. And another thing I love about it is that I did mention it's a prequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and we're starting to see Pip discover that she's really good at being a detective. Like, she starts off kind of reluctant to get into the murder mystery vibe. She's like, oh my gosh, like, you know, this is fake, but I'll play along. But then you start to see her like getting invested and embodying her character that she's assigned a bit more, and we don't know yet who done it. We don't know who done it. I don't know who done it. We are still very early on. I wonder if I can guess it before. I love doing that in mysteries, like trying to guess it before. I wonder if I'll be able to. I don't know. I'm done. That was so good. I can confidently say I did not guess the ending. Also, it was a little unexpected and unpredictable, and I love that. It also leads really well into A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I have so much respect for authors who write mysteries because how are you doing that? How are you tying things together so intricately? Like, it blows my mind. Anyway, that was so fun. Such cozy vibes and not too dark. That's how I like my mystery thrillers. It's got to be gripping, and I do like being spooked and being like on the edge of my seat, but I don't like things that are too dark. So I really enjoyed this, and now I'm so excited to start reading my cozy Christmas romance. I can't believe I finished this in a day. I mean, it's short, but like, that just feels so good. Maybe we can achieve our Goodreads reading challenge goal. We finished 2 books in the past 2 days, and now I'm gonna get started on another one. Yay!